They escaped. I sent my men after them, but they found horses and rode as fast as they could. The jackal spoke to me, tail between his legs. They escaped, he said, but the castle is rubble. He said that they fled along the riverbank. I sent my spies to find them. They tell me that there are scattered troops there, gangs of peasants playing at being soldiers, who would attempt to defy me. They tell me that the boy is working with them. They try to cut my armies off, to stop them destroying more of this accursed country. My spies ask me if they should attack. End it all now. Kill him. I tell them to wait for my army to arrive. I don't want to lose this fight, not after waiting for so long. I tell them that I want to see him suffer.
The world is turned upside down. Enemy troops roam unchallenged across the whole of the south, and their scouts are everywhere. You must pause to regroup and to try and get word of the others still loyal to the king. Build a temporary base in this bend in the river and rest until you are strong enough to move on.
Okay, this is my second attempt at this video, not for any major reason, except I decided I want to do this playthrough on hard. I figure if you know, my solution works on hard, it'll work on easy or normal as well. Most of these missions, that should mean maybe more troops, maybe less starting goods, and higher goals, essentially. Maybe less time limits. That's the main thing. I also realized after playing that one that if you're new to the Stronghold series, you might need a little bit more explanation than what I was giving. So I'm going to try a bit harder to, you know, work more on kind of, I don't know, introducing concepts, I guess. So, on with the mission.
Place your stockpile, my lord.
Okay. First concept in Stronghold. Let's wait for a peasant to show up. I guess it won't happen until I've done this. First concept in Stronghold is that the location of your stockpile and your granary and where you place your industries is critical. This game is very much about building a city and marshaling your economy. And your peasants, when they come out, they actually come out and man your industries, and then, you know, they'll go cut wood and then return to the stockpile, that kind of thing. So the distance that they have to travel really seriously affects their ability to do their job. So conceptually, for this level, I'm going to reserve sort of this area for food production. I don't really need that big of an area, but it will finish the level faster. And wood is going to come from over here. So I'm going to place the stockpile over here.
Sight your granary, sire.
The granary over here.
Well met, my liege. I'm glad to have found you. Some of our men made good their escape, but they are scattered around the countryside. Our main task here is to build up some supplies, but we should also raise some new troops and look for our lost soldiers.
Okay, you can see peasants coming out, and they're going to stand around the campfire until there's available jobs. They're going to go do them. This being the first real level, there's only one form of adversity, and that's wolves. And this here is actually like a wolf lair. They'll spawn from there. So I'm going to take care of that first before anything else. Not because they're especially hard to deal with, but just because I want to get it done so I can explain things without being harassed.
As well as growing apples, sire, may I suggest we also raise a few cows? The cheese gathered will be invaluable in the long marches to come.
Now, there's a couple major concepts to Stronghold, other than, you know, what I've already said. First one is, if you look, there's not much available right now, but almost everything that you can build requires wood. So, you need wood camps.
We found a group of men-at-arms, sire.
And in general, you really want to ramp up your wood production quickly, so that way you can get to it. Oh yes, when your lord gets up here, some soldiers will come out.
Men-at-arms, forward.
Just have them guard, kill that. Not a big deal. Anyways, you can see I have 8 out of 8 peasants. So each of these wood camps uses 3. So I'm going to place a couple of apple orchards. And all of my peasants are employed. Now,
We are almost out of food, sire.
In order to, well, here. Next thing I'm going to do is build another wood camp. And this symbol here means that there isn't enough people. So in order to get more people, I'm going to need to build a house, which will require wood.
You are somewhat disliked, Lord.
I'll cover this in a minute. Well, I'm just waiting, so why not do it now? A good portion of the game is played around here.
The granary is empty, sire.
You change your people's attitude towards you by taxes
Quiet in the treasury
and
right now, my liege.
how much you're feeding them. And if you have ale and church available, empty housing,
The people
and
trust you, my lord.
there's mood-changing buildings too, like dancing bears and
People are unsure of
jesters
you,
and
sire.
stockades and things like that. They affect your troop hit points and your productivity. Gonna need to start those apple orchards going, because I took so long. It shouldn't have been an issue, but since I was talking. Anyways, as you have more available housing, happiness goes up. When your happiness is in the positive, people come to the castle. When it's in the negative, they don't, or they leave. And the more negative it is, the faster they leave, and the more positive it is, the faster they come. Now, let's see. Another concept that's new to Stronghold 3 is the further you build your house away from the keep, the less people it supports. So you really need to build your houses around the keep in this version. Otherwise, you try filling the map with these little 4-person huts,
People are coming to the castle.
and it'll take up a lot of room. Now you can see I got my happiness back in the positive. I'm going to stop bribing people. I've got idle peasants, so going back to wood cutting. So I've got 16 available peasants now, or I will once the housing fills up. So I'm going to build, as soon as I get the wood, I'm going to build another wood camp and a couple more apple orchards. While I'm waiting, just going to increase the game speed. Oh, something that needs to be done.
Attention. Sir, yes, sir.
In this level, send your troops to the corners of the map.
Yes, sir. Men-at-arms ready.
to uncover any
Immediately,
troops.
Orders, sir.
They're scattered around.
Yes, sir. Ready, sir. Immediately, sir. Are you sure, sir? We can't see a way. Yes, sir.
The troops' objective should almost be just a complete
Men at arms.
non-issue.
Forward.
Excellent. A band of our soldiers have been found, sire. A group of men-at-arms have been found in the woods, my lord. I think that's the last of our troops found, sire.
So we just completed that objective, and I don't remember off the top of my head for sure, but I do think
Orders,
that there's
sir.
more that actually show up.
Keep ranks. Orders.
Sentiment is warm towards you, my liege.
Okay, anyways, let's get that wood cam going. I need more apple orchards. Now, you don't actually have direct command over your peasants. You know, you can't click and move them like
Wolves
you
are abroad
can
in the
in
land, my
usual
lord. The peasants
RTSs.
are terrified. We are under attack. Wolves are attacking. Rally to the Lord. He is under attack.
Lord's a very tough unit, so you don't got to worry too much about him. At least just fighting wolves.
Ready, sir.
People are leaving the castle.
And you see, since the wolves were attacking, you have a penalty for the day.
People are unsure of you, sire.
And it's time to build another house. Now, in theory, I've easily got enough wood camps to finish this level. But the faster I can rake in wood, the faster I can build things, and faster you can finish it. You see, I've just... Oh, actually, this house held 10, so I can actually build a couple more things. So I'm going to start in some dairy farms.
Sir.
These are just ruins.
Sentiment is
You don't
warm
need to clear
towards
them,
you, my
really.
liege.
But I am just because I can. Okay, build
Can't
another
place
one.
that there, my lord.
I think these will be the last of the wood camps that I'm going to build.
What a lovely day it is today, sire.
Build a couple more dairy farms. Soon we'll have another hovel up.
Morning, your lordship.
You can also click on everybody, and they have a name and their job, and they'll say things to you.
No taxes? Oh, that makes a nice change.
It's honestly kind of pointless, but it's still kind of cool. I'm going to drop the taxes, and that way get people in a little bit faster.
It's very
So.
quiet in the treasury right now, my liege.
So I'm actually paying people to move in. I don't know if tax incentives like this were actually a concept in the Dark Ages or not. But, whatever. See, I've got a fair bit of wood going now, so gonna build another house. I'll even build 2 of them. That should be enough to get all the food production I need going.
Our cows are struck down by a strange malady, my lord.
My lord?
Sentiment is warm towards you, my liege.
Yeah, usually you don't need anywhere near this kind of food
Place
production.
that there, my lord.
So like I said, since food is an objective, just want to get it done a little bit quicker.
Of course, sir. Keep ranks.
You are somewhat disliked, my lord.
Yeah, that granary's hovering near empty, so
sire.
something you can do is reduce the rations. That'll help it build up. Instead of just bouncing between 1 and 0, it should, you know, build up a little more slowly. We've got all the wood we need.
People are unsure of you, sire.
My lord? Orders? Spears forward.
Now, don't need to do it this level. Just show you how it works. In order to build troops, you're gonna need a barracks. They all come out of here. Then each troop type needs a weapon. In order to store weapons, you're gonna need an armory. You can see I have no weapons in the armory. In order to make weapons, I'm going to need weapons workshops. And I know this armory isn't ideally placed. The better place to put it would be right next to the stockpile. All your weapons workshops require goods from the stockpile, and they require easy access to the armory, so... tax people a little bit, so that way we can
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
get this going. Now, dairy farms versus apples. Apples are a little bit more expensive, but they're honestly way better. They start up faster, and I feel that they give more resources. You see, these dairy farms, they actually have to wait for the cows to be birthed before they can even start producing cheese. The flip side, though, is that you actually get a happiness bonus for eating multiple food types. So it's worthwhile to pursue that. At least in my opinion. Not to the exclusion of everything else, though. Just for the sake of example, I'm going to build one pole turner to make spears, since, you know, you've seen that I don't need any more troops. I'm cutting rations to half. Some people will leave, but that's fine. That'll help get the cheese up fast enough. Something else we can do to help improve that, since we have a lot of apples coming in already, is make it so people can't eat cheese and they'll only eat the apples. Now, once this guy gets a spear into the armory,
That's the last of the goods stored, sire. Our preparations here are complete.
you just click on the unit's icon and you get a spearman.
People are leaving the castle. We are victorious, sire.
But that's the first real mission and the basics of the game. So, on to mission 2.